Reminds me, I need to get some water. Let me go get some water. Get some water. So bam, got you some water. All right, and I got you some food. All right, get you some water, some food. These reacts, they they gonna make you want to eat something or drink something. Get you some healthy stuff. That's why everything's funny. Right now, people don't know how to eat. When you eat ramen noodles all day and Cheetos, no wonder why you don't love life. All right, get you some veggies and some fruits. Let's get into this.
Same old
Hold on,
phone?
man. I saved my snacks
Nah.
for the video. Why am
Upgrade
I
to the
watching
new
the
Galaxy
ads?
Z Fold 7.
Hold on, man.
Are you looking at 4x4s on cars.com again?
I honestly don't know what you're talking about.
I was thinking of some
cart challenge where they'd be given 30 seconds with him and his dad to...
Let's start over the video.
A couple days ago, there was a big news story that came out about an 8-year-old kid who was turbo pranked by the prank god. It was in a Target. He was...
I ain't gonna lie. If a prank channel has the name of a prank god, you already know that that channel is some craziness. I ain't trying to be negative, but dude, the prank god? Oh yeah. See? I'm just gonna say this. If you're trying to get into content, I do be watching the prank videos, and they do be pulling in crazy numbers. But you also gotta realize, the workers that you mess with, they be having some long days. You don't know on why they have to go work there or why they even chose to go into that building. What they're doing with that home. I know you're doing great for yourself and you want to pull in some views, but don't do that. Don't turn to that route. These people have lives that they need, or that they need to take care of. They don't want to deal with some 12-year-old who just picked up a camera and is going into a bathroom and destroying it. Nobody wants to deal with that. All right, start your content. Just be you. All right, man.
Told that they were filming a Mr. Beast style video, and it was a blindfolded shopping cart challenge where they'd be given 30 seconds with him and his dad to get as much of the toys that they could into the cart, and he'd buy it for them. And the prank was, he didn't buy it for them. Instead, him and his friend just ran away giggling, and then both probably had to start hyperventilating into a paper bag in order to come down from the adrenaline rush of lying to an 8-year-old for their YouTube video. And this became a bit of a big story because you've got to be a pretty psychotic douchebag to prank an 8-year-old, but an even bigger, ghoulish asshole to prank a hearing-impaired 8-year-old whose dream it was to be part of a Mr. Beast video. So let's go over this whole situation as well as his response, because this shameless lobotomite actually came forward and put his face on it, whereas previously, no one really knew who this was. But now, the mayor of Doofus Town has come forward with a press conference here in order to address it personally. So I can't wait to show you what this guy looks like and how he tries to rationalize it.
Saturday for 8-year-old Gabe Lyles and his dad TJ, until 3 men walked up and said they were working.
Bro, that's a good kid, bro. Especially in this generation. It's rare that you find some good kids. This is a kid that does good in school, that does well for himself. This is a great kid, man.
With the YouTuber Mr. Beast.
Said that they wanted to do a fill the cart challenge where we would be blindfolded. Within 30 seconds, whatever we could put within the cart, they'll pay for.
That was the whole premise of the prank, and this is pretty much what modern pranks are. Just being as cruel as possible and making strangers' day.
I'm be honest. Pranks in 2025 are insane. I ain't gonna hold y'all. Y'all be doing way too much, and then y'all be wondering why they pop off on you and they start threatening you and dang near beat the brakes off you. because you're doing too much. Stop going up to people and pretending that you stole money. There's two things you don't mess with: money and food. People have been offed because of that. And I'm not trolling. Guy got shot over a Popeye's chicken sandwich. 2019, I remember that. I was like, a chicken sandwich? Food, see? Stop playing. Even other things like that. You pretend it's still money. Like, dude, stop. And y'all, hey. They only usually ever prank women and old people. They never go after middle-aged dudes or young dudes like that. Because they will actually beat the brakes. I ain't gonna hold y'all. They would actually beat the brakes, dude. Like, prank videos aren't inspiring at all. They aren't, dude.
Is just worse for the sake of your own content to try and fill your completely worthless, dead on arrival, doomed to failure TikTok career. Now, I'm going to skip around a little bit and show you a clip from his response because he's refuting the claim that he labeled it a Mr. Beast video to the kid and his dad. Not that it really matters that much. That doesn't really change how fucking degenerate this garbage is in the first place. But I will just show you that because he's trying to make it seem like in his response he's in the right and that the dad is a liar and insinuates that he's lying for the sake of clout, which is absolutely hilarious, the lack of self-awareness to make a claim like that from his position.
We're working with the YouTuber Mr. Beast.
We're kind of like Mr. Beast, not really though.
So this is coming from his unedited video that was filmed, but it's extremely possible that he's leaving out the shit that makes him look much worse and corroborates what the dad was saying. But regardless, let's say he's being 100% truthful here. Even just watching that clip, I think it's extremely easy to recognize why it'd be confusing and people would think that he was coming up like he was associated with Mr. Beast. He fucking ambushed these people in public and then said, it's time for a blindfolded shopping spree challenge and then mentioned Mr. Beast. Like, I'm imagining he's coming from a privileged background where this maybe isn't that big of a deal, but to a family that doesn't come from that kind of background, this is a like dream come true moment. So just getting that opportunity, immediately your heart's going to be racing and you're going to, maybe mishear a couple of things in excitement, not maliciously. So I don't think the dad was lying on purpose here, and he does name drop Mr. Beast, so that's something that would absolutely stick with you after the fact. So I think it's very easy to get confused that this guy is associated with Mr. Beast. I don't think he was making that claim in order to lie on purpose here.
Mr. Beast is one of Gabe's favorite YouTubers. He often makes videos about challenges where he gives away free stuff. So TJ and Gabe believed that the men were working with Mr. Beast. They both put on a blindfold and started filling their cart. And then TJ heard the men running away.
I legitimately think being a prankster is one of the most pathetic things you can ever do with your life. I actually have more respect for people that'll just lick the toilet seats clean at a gas station. At least they're providing some kind of public service, whereas pranksters do nothing but bring the rest of the world down.
I kind of see what he's saying. I don't know if y'all have been on TikTok, but there was this prankster, right? He literally got his friend on the roof of a gas station. There was about 3 police cars right outside the gas station. Now, in the city of LA, there's a lot of stuff that goes on. Those 3 police cars could have been going to places that they should have been actually going to. But no, they went to a place, I don't even know how they got away with this, with the dude who was pretending to be stuck on a roof. I'm not even joking, but he literally was on the roof and pretending to be stuck on top of the roof. That stuff was actually insane. I don't even know what to say. That stuff was insane. Pranks have gone a little too far. I could see that. I could see that. I could see that. They have gone a little too far. Probably needs to calm down a little bit. All right.
It's like the last-ditch effort for talentless losers to try and make some kind of name for themselves or get some kind of attention or monetization out of like viral videos that are designed to make people hate you. So you're basically just turning your whole life into a punching bag and a spittoon for everyone to spit on you for, and hope that you get a couple of doubloons out of it along the way. There is nothing more embarrassing. I'd even go as far as to wager that if you ran a long-term scientific study on pranksters, you would find a high correlation behind being a prankster and being a cuck. I think one of the core things that drives someone to being a prankster is having a humiliation fetish, which is no different than cuckoldry. But at least with most cuckolds, it's a private fetish between consenting adults, whereas pranksters, their humiliation fetish has no one consenting to it and is just subjecting the public around them to it. It's making them victims of their humiliation fetish. All in all, though, I just can't fucking stand public nuisance pranksters. Absolute dog shit content, and absolutely...
I think all the pranksters now are trying to be like Canel Joseph and Adrian Harding. But the thing about pranks is, these pranksters need to realize a lot of the stuff that you try to do as pranks are actually not pranks and are actually crimes. I don't know if y'all know, but there's a famous prankster right now who's actually getting tried over a prank. And the prank that he's getting tried over is having people, like a horde of people, come in and pretending to be workers. Pranks like that. And what I'm saying is you need to be careful, because some of the stuff you might be doing at places, to be funny, could actually not be funny and could actually, be actual crimes. So, I don't know.
Horrible fucking losers. I just don't understand how someone has so little shame to prank an 8-year-old and think that they're somehow like a badass or a good prankster.
My heart sank, 100%. The very last thing in this world I want to do is hurt him.
It broke my heart because I thought my dreams were coming true.
The shopping cart challenge was just a mean prank, and it was one comment in particular that upset TJ.
My son leaned in and said that he couldn't hear them because he had to wear hearing aids. And they said, that's why we are choosing you for this challenge.
It is actually heartbreaking listening to the kid talk about this. It's very clear this meant a lot to him. This is like a life-changing moment for a child. Like, to actually have your dreams come true, your favorite YouTuber is doing your favorite challenge with you, like, that's something so special that he'd remember for the rest of his life. And now it will still be something he remembers for the rest of his life, but in a very negative way. He'll remember this as the day he realized he can't just fucking trust people in the world anymore. It's like the first time he gets scammed in RuneScape. Now, the father mentioned that the child is hearing impaired and that the pranksters said that, that's why we want to do this challenge with you. And this is something that the prankster in question is once again refuting.
And they said, that's why we are choosing you for this challenge, because of the hearing loss.
Do you guys want to be in a quick video?
The Southington town.
And that's his proof that he didn't know about the hearing impairment. That one literally split-second clip, not exactly the most robust evidence, didn't build the best defense case here. Once again, he very easily could have just cut out the part where the hearing impairment was mentioned. I don't know what was or was not said there. I don't have access to the security camera feed there at the store or anything, but I'm much more inclined to believe the father and the child here, the victims of the prank, as opposed to this fucking asshole who very easily could just not show those parts.
The Southington Town Commission for Persons with Disabilities gave TJ a $200 gift card, and Target matched it. On Sunday, Gabe's dreams of a shopping spree came true.
I pick out Nerf guns, water balloons, and water guns.
At least there's a happy ending to the
Good
story.
job, Gabe.
He did get to have his shopping spree and get the toys that he wanted to get. And he seems to have like a really great positive attitude in general. So I'm super happy to hear that there was some kindness shown his way to let him actually be able to do the shopping spree. And now I want to add on to that happy ending by insulting the prankster who proudly showcases himself as the one behind it. So let's make fun of this asshole.
Before we continue the video, I just want to clear the air for anyone that hates me right now, that wants to rip off my beard or shave my eyebrows or rip my ears off or something.
It's almost sadder than the prank itself that he called that little pube patch on his chin a beard. That's not a beard, man. It's a group of taint hairs on your chin. That hair on your chin is what most people have on their gooch.
Fits
I
his name.
really hope you don't go around saying that you have a beard, because that's even more embarrassing and delusional than you thinking that pranking an 8-year-old for your TikTok or YouTube channel was a good idea. The fact that you call that a beard is sickening. Also, I love that he immediately tries to showcase his quirky personality. Oh, you guys must hate me and want to, pull my ears off. How wacky and random. So this is like the personality of a prankster. Fucking lame as shit. I already know this is the kind of guy who, when hanging out with his friends, makes stupid faces and goofy noises in order to be the clown, in order to make people laugh, like he's performing at a child's birthday party.
I did not know that kid was deaf. I did not know that. All right.
It wouldn't have mattered whether you knew or not. You would have still done and posted the prank all the same. In fact, you can't even help but smile about it right here. Can't even pretend to care for a single iota of a second. I also couldn't help but notice that he's got the no parking sign behind him and another sign behind that. So this fucking goofball is one of those dumb idiots that steals public signs and proudly puts them in their room. We made fun of people that did that back in college, fucking 8 years ago. For those that don't know, it was a little bit of a trend for a while where people would get rowdy or they'd be drunk and they'd like steal a public sign, like a no parking sign, and they put it in their dorm room. And those people got relentlessly bullied for it because it's so goofy and embarrassing to think that it's cool. And yet this guy's still living in a fantasy land where he thinks it's like hard or cool that he stole these signs and he's proudly displaying them in the background of his videos. This guy's whole life is designed around being a professional loser.
And the dad is exaggerating it and lying to the news because of what happened. I thought it was funny, but I also was kind of mad because he lied about me and my friends. And that kind of got me upset because, it didn't get me upset because he deserved the money. He got the money out of it. But, he tried to make us look like we were super bad guys. We were just being bad guys. All right?
Well, that clears it up then. All's right in the world. They weren't being super bad guys. They were just being bad guys. Just the classic prank an 8-year-old, get their hopes up, make them believe their dreams are coming true before you bring that all crashing down and then use them for your content to try and get some kind of money or career out of it. Not super bad guys by any means, just like moderately bad guys. So, makes sense now that he's really helped clear the air here and clear everything up. So yeah, this guy sucks. His friends suck. Pranksters in general like this suck. Fucking public nuisance. Pranksters are horrible. That's about it. So yeah.
All right, Moist Critical. Oh, shoot.
Ignite the fairway.
Critical. Moist Critical.